All right, well, let's talk about Razer Horseshoes. How did you hear about them, and what made you want to try them?
Baby Flo and I had a really tough year, just getting used to the brand new rodeo scene, and our main problem was a little bit of ground trouble. So my horseshoer's girlfriend texted me and said, hey, I've got these crazy looking shoes. I think that you and Baby Flo would really, really like these. I've tried them on my horse, and I think they'd be something that would benefit you. So I made an appointment, came in, looked at these crazy things, put them on my horse, and immediately noticed a difference. I had even tried going barefoot with her throughout the year because we were having so much ground trouble, and I found that this was better than barefoot. So it was great. You know, we ended up getting a lot more traction in our ground, and by the time October 1st rolled around, we have been just really seeing a big difference. My mare has a lot more confidence, and she's able to handle herself and run harder and know that the ground underneath her is there to benefit her with these shoes.
Wow. You know, can you go a little more into depth? What runs before and then runs after? I mean, does it slide where it needs to slide? And, you know, give us some detail from your perspective.
When I was using just a standard barrel horse shoe on my horse, I had some toe grabs and aluminum shoes. I tried basically everything. And I ended up losing a lot of money, thousands of dollars this year in slips and falls into barrels. And I mean countless runs, Cody, Wyoming, Greeley, Colorado. I can go on and on and on at all the places that I had a lot of ground trouble where it seemed like other people really weren't. My mare runs really, really hard and needed just a little bit more to be able to hold her, and really something that would stabilize her and balance her. So I feel like these shoes for my horse really provide a lot more traction. They provide a lot more flexibility in the types of ground that I can run on, and they provide a lot of confidence for my horse. So she's able to really stay sound because we're not having all this trouble.
You said crazy looking shoes. Well, that's something we're going to have to deal with. People think
Right.
they're too aggressive. Give us your perspective on what do you mean by crazy looking shoes, and how did it actually turn out?
I think that these shoes at first glance, they probably look like something that you've absolutely never seen before, and that's what makes them so revolutionary. This is not something you've seen before. So it's not the same old, and it's not just some other kind of gimmick. This is actually a shoe designed for a horse to stay balanced and to stay correct and to stay on top of themselves, which is the main importance on keeping your horse sound throughout the year. So it may be a little bit different, a little bit crazy looking, but this is something brand new that's designed for the running horse. So it's perfect for our performance horses, and it works.
Tell me what you saw that looks crazy.
The main part of the shoe that looks crazy to me is just the puzzle-shaped looking jagged edges that you see when you first see the shoe. And, you know, these things have to be shaped just right for your horse, and they're custom to every single horse. So this is just something a little bit different, and then when you ride, you absolutely see a difference within the first step on your horse. When you lope off across that ground, you see something different immediately.
I've had someone else say, well, I just thought they were going to be too aggressive, too sticky, or you know, too much grab. But yet the people then they said, but actually it's when you need to slide, they slide. When you need to grab, they grab. Would you say anything about that? Is that...
Back in the day when I was really winning, we had these screw-in kegs that you would put on your horse's shoes to give them a little bit more traction, and that was pretty crazy. And they would stick and they would hold, and you would soar your horse up in the hocks, and it was not a good idea. This is revolutionary. This is something that allows your horse to use these as they see fit, and we ride smart horses, so they know when to get in the ground and when to release. These shoes have a little bit of flexibility, they move, and these horses really learn that they can balance on these things outside and inside and use them to their advantage. So it's a definite advantage in the barrel racing game.
Does the flex, I mean, have you looked into that? The fact that one of the big things is they hopefully or will prevent injury in horses. Have you thought about that? Does that matter to you? Are you excited about that?
I'm very excited about the fact that my horse has been staying a lot more sound going down the road, and I attribute a lot of that to the Razer shoe. I think that the flexibility in the shoe has helped my mare balance, stay on top of her feet, and of course keep us from falling down. We haven't had any ground trouble since we changed to the Razer shoe, and that was really, really important to us. I was a little worried that the flexibility of the shoe might not make it as reliable going down the road in all the different conditions, and we haven't jerked a shoe off. We haven't had any trouble with the shoe. So all of my big bugaboos that I thought this shoe, you know, I don't really know, everything was absolutely prevented, made better, improved, and we're winning.
I'm going to ask a crazy question, but have fun with it.
Okay.
Are you going to be a little bit sad that this is about to hit and more people will probably have an advantage that you've had a little bit. I mean, can you address that?
Just teeny tiny bit.
My way? Your way? Sorry.
I mean, are you going to be a little sad if some of your competitors, oh my gosh, they got the shoe too? I mean,
I love this shoe, and it's been my best kept secret. So the fact that this is going to be nationwide for everybody to have access to, I'm excited for everybody to actually get to take the same advantage as I can. And I know that the Razer shoe has been a definite advantage for us as well. So yeah, I'm a little sad that everybody's going to get our secret, but you know, I'm happy to hear what other people have to say about it also.
Great. Now talk about some of the runs you've recently done on.
I'm so cool, Roy. No,
I know. Tell me talk about some of the things you've accomplished with the Razer shoe that you believe the Razer shoe helped you do.
When October 1st came around, I had just missed the national finals by $700, and it was pretty heartbreaking, but we had just changed our routine with the new Razer shoes. So when October 1st came around, we just decided not to cry over spilled milk, take off down the road, and let's see if our horses figured this out a little bit more. As we went further down the road, we ended up, for 2013, splitting Billings, Montana. She won Allen, Texas. She just recently won Odessa, Texas, and giving me her everything. So I'm getting much more out of my horse now. She's a lot more confident, and the ground is not so much a factor anymore. So it makes me a lot more confident to run in there and really give it my 110% as well.
Give us
We saw you at Pinoca. Did you have?
Nope, that was before.
Before you did it. Talk a little bit. Give us the blow by blow of that run, because we'll
which run?
The
Odessa.
The Odessa
okay.
run. You won Odessa. We'll have that footage. So
that'll be cool too, because I was 10th out. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk a little bit. Give us a little more detail on the Odessa run.
Okay. Odessa was an awesome win for us, because I've never really done well at Odessa, and Baby Flo's never been hauled there. So it was neat to be there. Also, I had a major disadvantage. I was 10th out on the ground and wasn't really sure how the ground would hold up. And when I ran in there, I could see that it wasn't great. So when we wrapped the first barrel, ran over to the second barrel, Baby Flo kicked into high gear, inhaled the third barrel, and gave me everything she had on the way out. We didn't have any stumbles, trips, no issues, and it helped us split the rodeo, which gave us a big lead on the year.
Just to dig a little deeper, in your opinion, how much is Baby Flo learning versus the shoe just holding better and giving her confidence? How much
I'll give it to you.
The
I attribute a lot to Razer shoes, and my mare has grown up a lot. So with the two of those things, I feel like we have a huge advantage. Baby Flo has found confidence in the fact that she can stand up. She's found confidence in these indoor buildings that, the ground isn't always great. You run in basketball arenas, hockey rinks, all these different places where they haul the dirt in and out. Baby Flo now is seasoned, plus we have this huge advantage of Razer shoes, which helps my mare really understand that, she can run in there with confidence, and she's going to have something stable underneath her that really helps her perform at her best.
thing.
Well, farriers need to prepare, because they're going to have barrel racers knocking on their door with Razer shoes in their hand, and they're probably going to see these and maybe be a little bit skeptical and not really understand how the shoe works. But as barrel racers, we ride and perform on these athletes, and we know exactly what they need. And it's proven already to me. So I know that, horseshoers may be just a little bit skeptical, but they need to know if they don't go ahead and move forward, they're going to be left behind, because the revolutionary Razer shoe is on its way.
Boom.
Good.